Hello, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to sow Foxglove and Pansy seeds. Foxgloves, which is Digitalis purpurea, is a toxic plant, but it's really beautiful and it is pollinator friendly, so I always plant some on my balcony. I used to grow them from seeds, but last year I bought them as small plants at the garden center, and unfortunately they didn't perform well, so this year, once again, I'm sowing the seeds myself. You can of course use a traditional seed tray, but because I don't need many plants, I'm repurposing this small plastic container. It has a lid, so it will imitate a tiny greenhouse. I cut the drainage holes at the bottom before. I fill it up with potting soil and I'm using Lightmix, which is a universal potting mix, but you could also use the potting mix for seeds and cuttings. I gently press the soil and moisten it with a spray bottle. Foxglove seeds are really tiny, so it's best to moisten the soil prior to sowing them to prevent the seeds from washing away. Foxgloves are biennial plants, so that means they live for 2 years, but they bloom the second year. So that's why you have to sow them mid to late summer to have them bloom next spring. Scatter the seeds on top of soil, and because they need light in order to germinate, so cover them with a very thin layer of potting mix or don't cover them up at all. Gently press the soil and moisten again with a spray bottle. If you use a classic seed tray, then place a humidity dome on top of it. Don't forget to label your seeds. They can take a while to germinate, so expect the first seedlings in 20 to 30 days. Place it in a spot that receives some direct sunlight but protects from harsh afternoon sun. I'm going to put mine above my kitchen counters where I keep some houseplants and one of my grow lights. Once they have their first set of true leaves, thin them out, which means pull out the weakest seedlings, and when the remaining seedlings grow a bit bigger, plant them out in the garden or in pots on your balcony in autumn. They will overwinter as young plants and they will be perfectly fine, the frost will not kill them. Now time for pansies. I always plant them on top of my spring bulbs so that my pots don't look empty. And although they are commonly available in spring, some of my subscribers told me they have a hard time finding pansies for sale in autumn, so growing them from seeds can be a good option. I'm filling the seed tray with the same potting mix. This time I'm growing pansies with ruffled petals. You can gather your own seeds, I have done that in past, but you shouldn't expect them to come true to type. They are most likely gonna be a mix of colors. I'm moistening the soil and spreading the seeds on top of it. I'm gently pressing them so that each seed has a contact with soil, and after, lightly spraying them with water. Unlike foxgloves, pansies need darkness in order to germinate, so I'm putting the seed tray in a black plastic bag. I'm gonna keep them outside but out of the way. I poked a few holes so that air can circulate. Keep an eye on them and moisten the soil if it becomes too dry. They should germinate within 6 to 10 days, and once they germinate, immediately uncover them and place in a bright spot, but yet again protected from harsh afternoon sun. Once they get a bit bigger, you can transplant them to either bigger pots or in their final location. I will give you updates on these seeds in my future videos, so please consider subscribing to my channel to not miss out on those videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye!